que nous voulons, c'est que nos clients viennent l'essayer.
First, though, Carlos goes in. He says, what we want is for our customers to come and try it. That's all we want. That's all we can ask them to do. We're convinced that when they try it, they will like what they find in this car. Well, Carlos goes in has much to say about the new Laguna. It's an important model for Renault, the flagship for its new range, for its assault on the market, for its attempts to regain the confidence of its customers after the reliability issues suffered by the previous version of the model. The key word for new Laguna is quality. Carlos Ghosn is very confident for the new Laguna. The first hurdle Laguna has to overcome is to appeal aesthetically. On this front, Renault have, by their standards, played it safe. The styling is quite classic, yet modern and reassuring. That's exactly what D-segment customers are looking for. Renault is extremely capable of coming up with radical designs, but the important thing is that they offer what the customer is looking for. We must meet the needs of our customers. Simple, really. Provide the customer what he wants. It's not exactly essential that this Laguna looks like the previous two incarnations. Since the time of the Renault 16, the market has had plenty of time to adapt to change. But there is a certain lack of flair about the new model, especially at the front. We've come to expect a little bit more from Renault. The design of the Laguna's bodywork is more elegant at the rear, as you can see from these rear three-quarter shots, quite a contrast with the front. The quality of the finish is vital for the success of the new Laguna. As soon as you open and close the doors, you can feel that it's improved. As for the interior, this is the top-end Initial leather upholstery, but in each of the Lagunas we tested, we were pleasantly surprised by the quality of the dash and center console, both in terms of the materials used and the adjustments available. Once again, it's more evolution than revolution, but it's clear Renault is serious about improvement. And it seems to work well, and the same can be said for the equipment levels. The interior is slightly bigger in all three directions, improving the comfort slightly for the passengers. Even if leg and headroom is a little tight in the rear for the larger passengers, the boot is gigantic by contrast, and access is easy. As for getting it on the road, no reason to be too worried there. This was never the problem for Laguna II, which always handled very well. No surprise then to see that the new Laguna continues in this vein. A very strong point of the new Laguna is that Renault has made it more rigid while managing to make it lighter than the outgoing model. Very good progress has also been made with the steering. It is more direct and much more precise, while handling and comfort are not affected. The result is that the front end becomes more precise. The rear follows as it should and does not roll. Just look out for a little bit of understeer that can creep in from time to time. If we had to find a fault, it would be the slight lack of precision when the suspension is pushed hard. The seats are comfortable but firm, and it all combines to give the impression of, well, being, in something, German-built. 7 engines are on offer at launch, of which we tested 3. A very pleasant surprise was the 1.5 DCI. Connected to a 6-speed gearbox, Renault's little diesel outputs 110 brake horsepower with impressive fuel consumption figures. Its big brother is the 2-litre version, available in 3 power settings, 130, 150 and 175 bhp. The 150 we tested was impressive. The final engine we tried out was the 170 bhp 2-litre turbo petrol version. We welcome the introduction of the Nissan-inspired 6-speed auto gearbox, which will soon be available on top of the V6 versions. Strengthened by its new 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty, new Laguna hatch arrives in dealers in October on the 12th. The Estate or Sport Tourer version follows in January, and the Coupe revealed at the Frankfurt Motor Show comes in later next year. For Renault, it's been a long time since a new model was quite as important as this one. Well, everything has been carefully planned. When you've spent so much time getting something right, you have to be confident. We've invested a lot to every detail, but you're always anxious to see how something new will be received by the market. I think that in 2008 and 2009, you will see some very different results for Renault compared with the last 2 years.